Welcome to another part of Awaken gameplay for PC VR. If you haven't seen previous one, be sure to check out the link below and hit that subscribe button to ensure that you'll stay tuned for fresh Awaken info. This time we want to show you some more mechanics used during play and a part of mid-game locations. In this section of the game we help Dr. Finnegan take back control of the hotel from the hands of a mysterious antagonist. Our task is to find key to the basement and get there as soon as possible.
Hey, let's bet.
But first, maybe a little gamble. Here we can see Fight Club, a place established by greedy man Bradford Sweets, one of the past inhabitants of Silver Inn Hotel and local druggist of tiny ferry village. Willing to do anything for profit, he established this game house for his own material desires. It's a great place if you need resources and cheap action. You can place a bet on one of the mannequins in the cage. Just plug a battery into the slot, choose your fighter and pull the lever. If you're lucky, you may win some resources, which will help you survive and solve puzzles on your way. The dolls are purely driven by physics, without predefined animations, so you can't predict what they will do.
Backed the wrong horse there.
Well, no luck this time. Let's go further. I have just powered up wheelchair electrical engine and now I can steer using the joystick. This feature was designed to improve comfort of using a wheelchair, but it also gives you some tactical possibilities while fighting, as you only need one hand to use it. You can choose the placement of the stick, whether it's on your left or right side in the main menu. Oh, a radio. Let's check what's on air. With the left knob you can adjust volume and the right one is for search. We have designed and recorded 3 distinct radio stations which can lighten up any moody evening, but also can hold some tips about the waking universe. There's a lot more, so be sure to check them out.
Give me my food and saddle.
Hey, let's bet.
Filthy gambler. Let's move on. Here we can see that this area of the hotel is heavily guarded and it will require more than melee power to pass the guards. Let's try to draw their attention and sneak by. Those arsenic bottles will do. We've been spotted and eliminated. Well, let's try a different approach. This is a static grenade. You're able to craft those if you gather required ingredients. You can use them against the dolls. It'll create some interference in pneuma flow and immobilize your opponents for a short period of time, but long enough for you to find a safe place or change your combat tactics. Okay, now let's move swiftly and deactivate the control machine before we get caught. Shit, the alarm's on. We gotta quickly pull the lever to deactivate the dolls. Okie dokie. Now the Numa receivers are offline and we're safe. For now. Those machines are primary power devices. They send the Numa, energy source originally discovered by Dr. Finnegan, to various devices. They can power up dolls via power receivers, but also those eye cameras and other Numa-powered devices. Now, let's go to the reception desk and find those basement keys. This one's signed B3. Let's check if it's the only one. Here's another. Let's take it too. But first, let's tidy up our inventory a little. But before we continue, it's time for commercials.
Is your VR game ugly as sin? Is your VR game boring as hell? And is your game a danger for you and other people?
We have a solution.
So, back again, Awake In gameplay part 2, cruising the abandoned hotel corridors and making our way to the heart of darkness, the hotel basement.
Hey, let's bet. cooling module in every reactor. Collect them all and come to room 218. Here I have to leave you alone. I won't be able to communicate with you in the basement. This is our only chance. I'll try to keep him asleep while you're downstairs. Let's finally bring the old order back. Good luck.
So, as you heard, we're on our own in the basement and we got a serious mission to complete. No worries, no spoilers ahead. I will only tell you that this is the midsection of the game and there is a huge gameplay piece taking part here, in the entourage of basement gloomy passages. Oh, splendid! We found an oil can which will serve us good. We can lubricate the bearings of our wheelchair to move quietly unnoticed. If you watched our previous video, which you can find here, then you know that the dolls can't see a thing without their eye cameras attached to the walls, but they have advanced audio sensors and can spot a mouse from a big distance, so you better keep an eye for one of those as you traverse the hotel grounds. Now quiet. There's one of our brothers out there. Let's put him to sleep with the use of one of those babies. Did the trick. Now, let's quickly loot this area and check whether we can find something useful. Got a key. Hopefully it'll be able to open the second basement door. Jackpot. Let's move forward.
Wakeling. Finally, you came here to stop the inevitable? Good luck.
You've probably heard this voice before during this gameplay. It accompanies the player through some parts of the game. Does he have anything to do with Dr. Finnegan? Or maybe it was just mishearing? Let this knowledge be disclosed by the players, but you can be sure that its presence has a huge impact on the whole story. But let's get back to the game. Here we can see that the passage is blocked, so we gotta find some way to remove the obstacle. Let's check this passage. Now we know there's a doll there, so it's probably guarding something. No more grenades. I think we have no way but to fight. Let's put this all rusty pipe to a good use. Easy peasy. She didn't know what hit her. Ha! We found an axe. It should be enough to deal with that barricade we saw in the other room. Now, take a look at our weapon snapping system. If one of those is active, it'll snap every time you drop it. To swap those, you just have to dock the new weapon on the wheelchair hanger and it will become your new active weapon. Let's move on and smash those planks. Okay, now the tunnel is open and exploration of the basement can be continued. This is the entrance to more obscure chapter of the game where sun never rises and the player needs to rely just on his own knowledge and instinct. That's also the place we end this gameplay. I hope it sparked your curiosity of the rest of surprises we keep in our sleeves. Will you finally meet Dr. Finnegan? Will you discover the secret of the hotel in your own being? Keep your eyes peeled for Awakens premiere in the beginning of 2021 to meet the full experience of the hotel in Tiny Ferry. Add us to your Steam wish list and follow our social media linked below to be up to date with Awakens news. Take care.